Today, I'm gonna be drinking while playing this game that bought recently that I do not know very much about. Shot number one down the hatch. It's pretty good. Also have food here, so there might be snacking audio in the background. This is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Flickering images, parallax effect, motion sickness. This is gonna go awesome. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I don't believe that. Alright. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm gonna turn off the dialogue because I want to read the shit myself. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. Can't someone else do this? Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who could pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did. Then I guess we'll have to see what happens, but a word of warning. If you go unprepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. Sure, go talk to her, see how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up to the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. What the fuck happened to the game there? You see that? The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess to save the world. Ugh. Did anything get messed up? Sorry, my cat fucking unplugged my mic. Let's get this shit. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs. Who's there? She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Yeah, she's got her feminine wiles, or whatever the fuck. Don't let her fool you, it's not a part of the manipulation. Good, you're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand. And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Nuh-uh. Then drop the knife. We should. It'd go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. Ah, I don't like this bitch. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten the grip on your blade. You poor thing, your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be. Yeah, I don't like this. Step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steer resolve. Probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, then you'll have to get close enough to use it. So you should just drop it. Best not risk finding out what I can do. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. I'm not dropping this blade. Then I'm not talking to you. Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse. I guess we are. For love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade, do something. She's not talking? She's not gonna try and reason with me? For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually something is gonna give. And I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. Feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. Damn, this bitch is one hell of a left hook. You can feel the bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of the first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat of equal footing. Her blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. I don't like how big her eyes are. We can still turn this around. Yeah, fuck this. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. This toast is really good. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? You think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation. Honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart. Yeah, big ass eyes, you're a fucking freak. Damn. This was fun. The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would, but I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end? But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 2. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it'll be the end of the world. Hasn't this already happened? It hasn't, or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We just met for the first time, you and I. Yeah, nuh-uh. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's just best to keep it that way. I'm inclined to agree. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Nope. Actually, I'm gonna eat this last bite of toast. We killed the princess, let's drink to that. It's a pretty good idea. Yeah. Give me a second, I need water. Voice of the stubborn? That's fine, it doesn't matter if you can hear us. The only thing that... So we're no longer the hero, we're the stubborn. Okay. The thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill. Let's see. Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds like to me you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us. Now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place that you left? Ugh, enough of the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin, your destined confrontation with the princess, awaits. A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters, it's not like she could lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there, so don't trust her, ever. Are we clear? Crystal, let's just get on with it already. Hey, looks kinda different. It's tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you forwards to your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. Let's approach the mirror. Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall, it's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, why do my hands look like that? What the fuck? There was a mirror a second ago. Now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting. Ah, fuck it. Take the blade. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess to save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs. Is that another challenger? Finally, it's been ages since I've had a good fight. This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good, sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. Hey, why does she look like that? Why does she got those horns in the tail? As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought. Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too, yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces. Let's see. Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment that I believe you. For we all know whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die. Let's see. You look different. You look exactly the same. Yeah, fuck it. No talking to this person. Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of red blood. Ow! She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chain snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. Oh, it might be over for me. She looks almost disappointed at us. Why is she disappointed at us? Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? The knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead, or what's the point? Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me. Don't let her get into your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Leading her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this, is through her. I do like this music. But push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. Do your best to outplay her, slashing her and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress, but you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question. Don't you think you could stop me? Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you. Damn, bitch, okay. The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull. How disappointing. She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, the sickening churn of what was your gray matter. Oh. Damn. Chapter 3, The Eye of the Needle. You're on a path in the woods. Uh-huh. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. The voice of the hunted? We died because we didn't have enough of it. So what? So each time I die adds a different voice. I think that's the gimmick I'm getting at here. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over. For everyone. Yourself included. Are you not challenging us on the looping? Have you known about it since the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint. What I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. What is going on? What's going on is that you've been saying you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things that you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin and see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space. I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and proceed to the cabin. Enough fucking about. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring uphill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Yeah, it looks a tad different from the outside. Stone walls squeezed against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade on its edge. We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us, and the only space is out there. She's gonna look different. Take it. I'm gonna take it. Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the oh, yeah. Good, there's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much part of us as any. I'm able to go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. And let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the far end of the room is the door to the basement. No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Let's just move on already. And worst comes to worst, we could smash it. Oh yeah. Let's step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? What? I'm sorry? Oh, committing to the bit? If we're talking about committing to the bit here, dude, overcommitting to the bit is my specialty, man. I love overcommitting to the bit. There have been times where I have just straight up encouraged, where I've gotten so worked up over a bit that I've actually started to cry. It's really awesome. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there. Let's wipe the mirror clean. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? It was in our way and now it's not. It's all that matters. So the more times I die, the more schizophrenic I become. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. The princess lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below. Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that. Goad her, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes. Yeah, that's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me? Those chains were nothing to her last time. They'll be nothing to her this time, but we need to show ourselves first, to make her boil over. Fine by me. Yep. You've got nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot, but soon there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her. I'm fucking sorry? You can't be serious. What the fuck? What? Ignore this shit. Turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin. There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time. We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us. Stand beyond her chains and let her become frenzied. She'll break them, then we run. I don't like the sound of this. It's the only way to live. Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on, make the first move. Don't keep me waiting. We talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and testing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next. Blighted desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in rapid pursuit. Anywhere you go, I will follow. Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight. At once within your grasp and infinitely distant. What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going? We're almost there. Don't think about it. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over, so get it right. There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think the space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head. Do it. Be swift, strike true, and be where she's not. Let your body move you. Ah, kill this bitch. Leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low. Charging me head on, brave and foolish. Body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. This is where you're both wrong. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike! Before you can finish the thought, you lash out the blade, slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. Move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse, and you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we? You just might, but don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over. Yes, finally. This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us, giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death. Two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. Damn, this is... I guess that's what this game meant by a love story, maybe? I don't know. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More, keep going, we can't stop now. You spine opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in a place long enough to wrap her penetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing. These blows are nothing to us. But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares down at you, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath. Huh, you've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something... And then what happens? The fuck? Oh, achievement unlocked. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. Anywho, she died. Drink to that. Shit burns. Anyhow, but you do not have the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else at her place. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try to find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? He is. Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here. The world didn't end, and we're still here. Come on, we just need to keep going. Go ahead and approach the mirror. I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. The thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. You approach the mirror. This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death. Okay, this is the exact same line. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Why do I look like that? It's you. I'm pretty handsome, not gonna lie. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. What? You are at the cabin. I'm sorry, what? Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We'll provide her with the growth she fought for. What are you? I am solitary, lights in an empty city. What are you? I don't know what I am. I think that you are like me. We are oceans reduced to shallow creeks. Is this the end of the world? How can the world have ended if we are talking? I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here. I too yearn to be free. Attack the entity, destroy your body. Oh, I can kill myself? It's crazy. What happens now? Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. Perhaps then we will know our freedom. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you? How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. What if I don't let you do this to me? Then we'll be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow. I don't like this, like, Lovecraftian horror. How many more pieces of you do I have to find? More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? I've not lived. I'm not afraid to die. How much will I forget? Everything until we meet again. I'm not going back. If you need time, then I'll wait with you. Ah, fuck it. We ball. Lovecraftian horrors are pretty cool. She asked that I tell you to remember her. You won't. Everything goes dark and you die. Damn it! Chapter 1 again. Bring the eye of the needle to her. The real Slay the Princess starts here. You'll know it when you see it. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. I want to kill this woman. She does not like me, and I very much do not like her. So. And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Steal your nerves and step forward. Oh, no talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? Yeah, let's just get straight to the point. Lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. Yeah, fuck you. I don't like you. Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder, do you actually believe this is enough to kill me? It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? Not sure. I feel like she has some trick up her sleeve. You can check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for her pulse? I don't really think you should do that. Why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that. You're right. She's dead. Let's just get out of here. I agree. I'd prefer to play it safe, considering how many times we've died to this woman. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone, greater good or not. Something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bit bad. Well, but it was for the greater good. One of these days that'll sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. Just that you and the captain are now far away from them. Don't worry, you'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy. Yeah, that's bullshit. I don't like that. What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Why though? Psst. Hey, we're just gonna stay here forever, right? Hell no. I do, but you're probably not gonna like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it will want you to use that blade on. I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do. And the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. How astute. You're absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy. What? Why would I be happy just sitting here? This is fucking stupid. Anything to get out of this cell. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? No, it's not. An eternity of bliss? It's just eternity of fucking nothing. It has no meaning to it. Fine, whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. Pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you. I'll drink to that. Did that say the scepter or the specter? I wasn't paying attention. Goddamn. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're here to slay the princess. He doesn't remember what happened, maybe it's best to keep it that way. It's fine, it wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We could just voice of the cold. Okay. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. What happens if we set her free? Or see what she looks like first, then we'll see it. We'll set her free. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners, you can hear wind whistling outside. Banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. Feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. Let's approach the mirror. It's a wall. That's not a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. What the fuck? There was a mirror a second ago. Now it's gone. You know what? I think we should go the logic of, we already killed her, so there's gonna be nothing down there, right? Why is my... The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust. You can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. The princess lives here. Slaying her probably wouldn't be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here, naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. Guess we'll have to go down and see. Yeah, she's dead. Exactly. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor. Its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Yet, there's no princess here. She's fucking dead, man. You kidding me? Like, okay, she's definitely dead. Yeah. Just like I told you. Before we have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head. What the fuck? Why do our eyes look like that? Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. She's fucking Dia de los Muertos, princess. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Skeleton. Oh, god. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? A ghost. Oh wow, absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us? Yeah, she's got the X on her chest from when we killed her. Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went. I mean, Princess drifts across the room and into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down to your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real, and that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. Hear me out. What the fuck am I talking about? Anywho, so she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me. Let's just, wait and see how things play out. I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging. Let's see. I killed you. What are you doing being dead? I don't feel very dead, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers, or any of the answers. But we're not a ghost, unless we are. Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, it's just a concept, and clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely. See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not a concept, it's an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to. You know why you came back? How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest, and not a big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder of that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And where are you supposed to be? Home. And just where is home, I wonder? I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here, but I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be is out there. How specific. And how convenient for her. See what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world. I mean, I think end of the world would be better than spending an eternity just sitting in the damn cabin. Sitting in the damn cabin is fucking terrible. If I were in this situation, I'd rather end the world than spend an eternity in just sheer, utter boredom. That's like hell itself. Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. Or I'm putting this to a vote because personally, I prefer we didn't die again. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offering ourselves just yet. That's sweet of you to offer, but killing yourself wouldn't help either of us. It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself, so please try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check. Fuck you, narrator, you stupid bitch. I hate you. Like I said, I just want to go home. Your body's right there, though. Your dead body. Princess glances back on the bones lying on the floor. Just a body. Do you believe these bones, or do you believe me? Because those bones are talking to you. She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity. This is so real for that fucking schizophrenic voice. Is there any way I can help you get home? Do you need me to bury those bones? No, those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them, smash them, and won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the space between the walls. Never found a way out. Always wound up right back here. Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine. Hasn't gotten out and can't get out are two very different things. That'd be dull anyway. It's more just a thing if we make a choice. You can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, I don't like that. For all you owe me? Is she asking if she can possess us? She is, and I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place, and if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. She'd be able to see us. See us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with them. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path. I bet I won't. What if I say no? And I won't hitch a ride. You won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride? I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you. But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice? Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough here as is. Yeah, schizophrenia is a hell of a disease. I know that'll be putting her through hell just to fucking possess my body. I won't have to feel guilty anymore, even if you do feel guilt. It could be the best way to trap her for good. It doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside somebody else's body. That's a very dangerous train of thought. And what? You just believe that? You'd kill me without giving me any thought. That's cold. That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though. It's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's not try to get emotion let's try to let emotion get the better of us. Obviously, it was wrong of me to believe that. To kill you was a knife to the heart. It's getting really hard to move. Oh, I can do this. I can move the PNG around. Oh my fucking god! Holy shit, man! No point living in denial. The first doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this. Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic. Yeah, it was heroic, and it wound up sending me straight to hell, basically. Whether she's good or bad, it's not gonna go well for me. Either I die and I keep living, like one way or another, just in a constant fucking cycle, like it's fucking Signalis, really good video game about space lesbians. What am I going on about here? Anywho, thoughts come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason. That's right, killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. Even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say? Let's see, do you want the world to end? The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's the only thing I want. That's fair. Honest to God. It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already. I really don't know. I'm not lying to you, I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too, but here you are, and you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real. It's either... What could possibly go wrong by letting this bitch possess me? Fuck it, we ball. The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze. You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal. Killer, I mean it. A pal, killer, I mean it. What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you? See you soon. She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest and freezing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down to your limbs. Your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. Not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I think I died. I'm afraid it's too late now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. Come on, you've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but you still have to get out of here. Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as... So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move. So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it. All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they supposed to be you? Yeah, I'm not a shard of broken glass. It's okay, you can finish your thought. I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters. You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon. No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm, quote, a shard of broken glass, unquote, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. Yeah, I think every single ending to this little tale I get schizophrenia. I'm in some kind of time loop of some sort. I don't know, it's really difficult to think about right now for very obvious reasons. Clearly the same thing you are. You're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either? No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important. So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Yeah, her interacting with the narrator is silly. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person. That's rude. You're kind of like me, actually. If you're just going to ignore her, you push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen. Because I'm in here with all of you. Everyone knows that. I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-around foolish decision. You don't have to let them get to you. You're better than that. Like some fucking love triangle between the narrator, the player character, and the princess or some bullshit. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right. This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this, probably. I can't think straight. There's too much noise. It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take one step at a time and everything will be fine. Okay, so I can live as schizophrenic. This sounds pretty awesome. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it? Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out. Your legs weary with the weight of the prince's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumbled towards the stairs. I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world. That's exactly what you leaving this place is gonna be. You don't know that. I do. Wait, if she has a home to get back to, doesn't that mean her leaving won't end the world? Doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? If it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. What type of philosophical bullshit is this? What are these metaphysics that is bringing up, man? I dealt with enough of that in college, dude. When does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. Doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place. Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too. Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I'm able. Just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to... I've never heard that word in my life. Renege? Renege? I'm looking it up. How do you pronounce this shit? To go back on a promise, undertaking, or contract?
Renege.
Renege? Renege? That sounds weird. That sounds like it shouldn't sound like that. If you want to renege on your cataclysmic terrible decision to a minute ago, well, you're the one who can make that happen. I can take the blade? Ah, fuck it. Reach forward and take the blade from your table. What do you plan to do with it? Oh, I can kill myself? Yeah, last time it didn't go so well. Let's just trudge forward. Blade in hand, you continue slowly to the door. You feel like lead driving across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step. We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore. You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you can muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next. I agree. Shit, but exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? Handle clicks as you twist it and the door grows open. You collapse to the ground, you and the princess free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... the nothingness again? Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else. So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. What about us? Are we just stuck here in a nowhere forever? Taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Maybe you said that earlier. Are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world, but not in it? Have we never been part of the world? Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can get pop out. Pick up a passenger and take her to her destination. Feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sucking eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you. Sup, baddie? Why'd I say that? I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer. Don't mention it. I think this is where I'm meant to be. In the eternal nothingness? Oh god, it's that again. It's Eldritch Horror. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try to find her? Gaze into your reflection. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Another achievement? God damn. You've grown. I bet 100% of this game is a pain in the ass. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Ah yes, Eldritch Horror Princess. Except she's a ghost now. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whatever you are, ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Are you the same being as you were before? How much has changed? Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. I'm sorry, words are difficult for me. They may never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything. The vessels you choose to bring... Fuck me. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want to know is to know myself and to know you. This Eldritch Horror with all the hands has been pretty chill, honest to God. Let's thank her. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You're the only thing I know that isn't me. Wait, I'm curious. What does the voice sound like here?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
I prefer my voice. I'm too drunk for this shit. I think what I need is more. Meeting an Eldritch Horror bitch. Drink to that. Guys, I'm in a tragic spot right now. I'm out. I'm fresh out of alcohol. It might be over for me. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? This one is vaporous. She's a dream for a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew. Interesting. This is really interesting. I like this a lot. This is really cool. So like, once we get enough perspective, she'll become a full person, I guess. I don't know. I'm ready to go back. But I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again. Everything goes dark and you die. What happens if I turn around and leave? Seriously, you're just gonna turn around and leave? Yeah, fuck you, man. Nope, I really don't. Fine, I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good, what we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of the whole situation than take part of it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, fuck you, narrator. Kill yourself. What? I almost spat out my damn water. Why does it lead to the cabin? I don't want to end this hell, please. Oh god. Let's turn around and leave the cabin. What the fuck? That's not what I pressed. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. On your job, everyone dies. Like, dies, forever. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life. If you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. Check down about... Let me guess, it leads to the cabin? Oh my... God damn it. There's no fighting this, is there? Let's see. There's always a choice, but let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes, glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. What the fuck? In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal paths and cabins trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you. You're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. Fuck you, narrator. You're abusive. I don't like you. You're toxic. I don't like you. You're doomed us all. You know that, right? Of course you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spent aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. It's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it is long before the world ends and everyone dies. Oh, so the world actually ended? That's crazy. Okay, no. We start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's just best to keep it that way. I don't know, I think it's more fun if he knows... The contrarian! If he knows what we're thinking. It's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone else's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you can pull that off. Or it really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful, for all we know we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead. Yeah, let's lie, fuck you. You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously, I'm begging you. Why is there a wall? The cabin interiors are wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. It's all shifted, an inch here, a foot there. I don't think the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, all its legs in the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature, perched on the table is a pristine blade. To take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect us, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyways? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect, no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this? Oh, fuck you, man. You can't just say that. No one, everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts. Man, I hate you, man. If you're going to slay here, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job. And you're just going to have to get better at yours, and quickly if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin. We'll miss it on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now whenever you're ready, we're all ready to complete a very important task. Let's approach the mirror again. There isn't much to see here. Wipe the mirror clean. Hand still looks freaky. There's a mirror a second ago. Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us, this is going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see. Let's just enter the basement. Or the basement. What the fuck? What the fuck? Revealing a web of branching staircases built from unidentifiable materials. The year seems to be long. The closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Yeah, I don't think we need a knife for this. The effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. A kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. I don't know whether it is simultaneously everything, and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs. Hello? Hi, what are you doing here? Are you here to kill? No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's turn around and leave. This feels wrong. It feels like a trap. Like whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. Whatever choice we make, whatever she is, know one thing for sure. What's that? Afraid the world hinges on your success? There'd be plenty of ways to ruin his day. Ah, hell yeah. Fucking, we're going the absurdism route. Fucking, not just staring at the abyss, but making uncomfortable eye contact with it. You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching out into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down. At the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to strain into the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you made a decision that took you someplace else. What the fuck? I think this is supposed to represent all the different timelines here. So you take one careful focused step after another, 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in the following correct pattern, and following what looks to you to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down or up and maybe sideways. Well, it's true path, you know that much. Everything seems to be a lot lighter now. So you lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears. Oh god, not again. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, and the only things experienced are endlessly repeating patterns of emotions of the journey. A continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. At the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as... Can I help you? What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange, like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try to get our bearings. She seems normal. Sorry, I didn't realize I was here. Yet you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me? The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank, I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. Real as fuck. This game is cool. It's really hard to move right now. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive. Oh, fuck you, narrator. What the hell? Sometimes I get lost here too. She fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there's now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's cabins all over again. Can we just put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters, but I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listen. Oh, fuck you. I wasn't supposed to see. What are the CIA? Got a fucking... Or you're Boeing hiring a hitman after me for fucking being a whistleblower? Come on, man. You live in that other reality. But what's done... Hey. I know your ways, narrator. You don't forget everything every time something happens. You know what's going on. You're in control here, man. I don't like you one bit. I don't like you. Big narration is coming for us. Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled your way into your head, unthink them. It's not already too late. You have a job to do here, but you need to do it now. I don't care if all of reality breaks. I'm not listening to you, man. New plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her. What's your name? Princess. You can call me Princess if you like. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. How would I know what happened to you? Probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. At least now you're not alone. I'm not alone either. There's more of you now. There was something wrong with you, and the same as it was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what is that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I, which is why I need to slay her now, before things get more complicated than they already are. How do we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I'm like thinking about what might happen if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? It's one of asking questions if we're all going to get a million answers. I can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch. Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. What you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. The second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking this. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason the situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it if that's what you want. This place is hell and it's only getting worse. Only option left is this. Wait, that's not right. Go on. Step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. I'm not sober enough for this shit. I don't have a blade. Find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once, you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. So, is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this, we can't. Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing is happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for us, for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We're never going to salvage this, are we? What happened to us? Where are we? There are parts of us that are dead and others that just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't like this. One bit. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us? We should help her. I think we did this. I'm surprisingly sincere. I didn't think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it? Please? I'll do my best. Oh, Eldritch Horror again. Alright, Eldritch Horror. The decay? You've withered? What the fuck does this mean? Ah yes, the long quiet. This surprisingly peaceful music for just all of nothingness. I am a growling chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does that make you worse? Do you resent me? I just want it all to stop. It will in time, but you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you. What do you think of this vessel? These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves. Yeah, I'm ready to go back. I will be here when it's time for us to meet again. Bring the stranger to her. I'm gonna call it quits for now.